meeting to order. Stand for pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we're going to be handing the meeting over to Sarah to do the appointments, officer appointments.
You will go first, Mr. Gomez. You can come over here. Yep. You got a letter?
Up there, just a little one, yeah. Just
Okay.
quick.
See the letter, Jeff? Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
You got this memorized, right?
Not quite long.
Okay, raise your right hand. I,
I,
Gerard L. Bettendorf,
Gerard L. Bettendorf,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of the office of mayor
the duties of the office of mayor
of the city of Foley,
of the city of Foley,
county of Benton,
county of Benton,
state of Minnesota,
state of Minnesota,
to which I have been elected
to which I have been elected
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
Congratulations. We'll have you. All right, please raise your right hand. I, Jeff Gondek,
I, Jeff Gondek,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and I will faithfully and impartially discharge
the duties of the office of council member
the duties and office of council member
of the city of Foley,
of the city of Foley,
county of Benton,
county of Benton,
state of Minnesota,
state of Minnesota,
to which I have been elected
to which I have been elected
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
Congratulations. Are you okay? Please raise your right hand. I, Brian Weiss,
I, Brian Weiss,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge,
and I will say that over again, please.
and that I will faithfully
I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
discharge
the duties of the office of council member
the office of city council
of the city of Foley,
of the city of Foley,
county of Benton,
county of Benton,
state of Minnesota,
state of Minnesota,
to which I have been elected
which I have been elected
to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
to the best of my knowledge and ability.
Congratulations.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Amendment passes. Now to the annual The first one we're gonna start with is the health board. Now, Dr. Kevin Stiles has already said he will become the health officer because we have to have a certified physician. And we have an opening for 2 health board members. The 2 from last year, Charlotte Monroe and Jeannie Rakuski, have both said they would run. And we also have a application from Michael Akers. Is there any discussion on this for this council?
What members do we need on that one?
We just need Dr. Kevin Stiles, because one of them has to be a physician, and then 2 members, so. We've got the 2 that were there last year, and then Michael Akers applied this year, so we've got 3, we're gonna vote on 2 of them.
Is there a requirement to have a city resident on that board?
Nope, you don't have to be a member or a resident of the city.
I make a motion that we keep Charlotte and Jean on that board. What?
If you want, you can address them all and then take all the annual appointments at one motion at the end, if
Oh,
that's easier.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Is there a second on that motion?
Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're just gonna take the Gilmanton Township Planning Board. That would be the city administrator and 1 council representative. And if nobody on the council wants that, I would be willing to take that position as a member of the council.
I'll make the motion that the mayor accepts the council representative.
We don't have to do motions,
No.
right?
Yeah, we can just make all the designations and then as a group,
Just stay there.
accept them all at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay.
And the Benton County Economic Partnership, which would be the city administrator and 1 council representative. Unless there is anybody against it, I will also take that one. They kind of will go together, so I'll just take them both. Now, acting mayor, unless there is any objections, I would like to appoint Jeff Gondik as acting mayor. And we'll move down to the Public Safety Committee. As of right now, the members will be Robin Gondik, Jeannie Rakuski, Dave Mosser, Tom Capra, Amanda Wilkins, and Jeff Gondik will be the council member on there. Now, we can have up to 9 members on this council with 2 council representatives and 7 community members. As of right now, we have 1 council member and 5 community members, and nobody else from the council except Rosalie Masaccio.
She's interested, yeah, that one thing.
Rosalie Masaccio is interested in being on the council, but we can leave it, we can try to get 7 community members and 2 council representatives, or we can leave it at 5 community members and 1 council member. Now, I don't know what the council would like, if there's any discussion on that.
Well, I would like to encourage anybody who wants to participate to do that, because it's always nice to have as many ideas coming into those meetings and stuff. So if you know of anyone who's interested in it, please let us know, and I would like to encourage that we go for the 2 council and the 7 members.
Okay, what I would look at doing right now is leaving it at the 5 community members, 1 council member on there right now. And we can check and see if there are any other interested community members that would like to be on this committee. And if we can get 2 more people from the community, get it up to 7 community members, then we'll also put on 1 more council representative. to set it up at 7 and 2. So for now, I would like to just leave it at 5 and a 1. And now we'll go to the Economic Development Authority, where we need 2 council persons, because Leslie is no longer on the council, and councilperson Chris is no longer going to be on there, so we will need 2 council members to take their positions. I would like to see Jeff Gondik and Brian Weiss take those 2 places, unless they object to it.
It's all right with me.
And the last one I wanted to look at was the Personnel Committee, where we need 2 council members. And I was gonna put on there Jeff Gondik and Gerard Bettendorf, unless there's any objections. Okay, as long as we got all those taken care of, the others I think will speak for themselves, so I'd like somebody to make the motion to approve the 2017 boards and committees annual appointments.
So moved. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next, we move on to the item number 7, City of Foley PA grant application.
I make the motion that we accept the 2017-01 adopting the community vision plan for the city.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
Any discussion?
Now, with this plan, it doesn't mean that we have to follow it to the letter, correct? We can always make changes as we go, as how we feel with things that come up, unforeseen circumstances, correct?
That's correct. They do not hold us to the letter of the agreement. We can make changes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We move to resolution 2017-02, agreeing to maintain facility.
Should we get a little update on that?
Say that again?
Can we just get an update for the community?
Yep, this resolution is, requirement of the Transportation Alternatives Program is that you will accept and maintain the facilities that the grant funds are used for to build. And so we're required to pass this resolution so that if we are awarded the funds, we will not only spend those on that project, but also maintain that life of the project. So that's what that resolution is indicating. And that would be the sole responsibility of the city to maintain that.
Public Works have a problem with that?
No, I don't think we got
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion that we adopt resolution 2017-02, agreeing to maintain the facility.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we'll move on to resolution 2017-03, approving TA application and funding commitment.
You want to give us an update again?
Yep. So this is the application that I've been updating you on the last few weeks, and this is for the pedestrian crossings on Highway 23 and a trail extension parallel to Highway 25, and then 2 flashing speed signs on Highway 23. This application, the funding commitments are outlined in your packet. It's like $182,000 of grant funds and $133,000 of city funds. That includes the match that's required, and then soft costs are essentially our engineering and legal fees that are associated with the project. Keep in mind, we do have a commitment from the school district for $48,000, so that would lower the city's contribution. And then if this project were to proceed, we would have a few years to levy dollars if that is necessary, to make sure that we can pay for the project costs associated with this. So this is a project that wouldn't occur till 2021. we're looking a few years out.
Make a motion that we go forward with the 2017-3 approving the TA application and funding commitment.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Discussion on the 2017 water supply plan.
The water supply plan for Foley is due in October, excuse me, 2017 here. In broad terms, the plan looks at your historical water usage, looks at population growth and projections, and tries to, estimate growth and projections of your water demand going into the future. Also looks at some emergency issues that could come up with your water supply system, as well as looks at conservation practices that are currently being employed and some that may need to be employed going into the future. So that's kind of the big picture of what the water supply plan includes.
What do our numbers look like as far as the water usage and stuff? Is this in relation to the I&I?
No, it really doesn't have anything to do with that. Like I said, the DNR, I think the big picture is the DNR wants to make sure that water users are using appropriate conservation techniques, keeping track of. They're interested in the amount of water used per capita and tracking that over a historical time frame. So it has more to do with that.
Okay.
I'll throw them also. This is water side, that's wastewater,
Mhm.
but they're happening at the same time.
Right.
Our licenses are falling at the same, just so happens they're both in this time frame. So.
Okay, is there any other discussion on the council here for this? Do we have a motion to approve it?
Are we approving or just discussing?
We're just discussing.
We're-
Yeah.
We'd like to have approval to have SCH, here's the plan right here we have to do. Kevin Young from his office will assist in doing it. It's tons of figures and all that, and they'll put it all together. And you guys have it in your packet, the 3 pages of what, 4 pages of what they do, 5 pages, whatever. So, I'm asking for approval till we can get, right now we'd like to get started by February on it, so it's a 6-month process of getting stuff to go back and forth, so.
And this will be coming back to the council
Late
as
summer.
scheduled on the paperwork, correct?
My apologies. Right now, it's June 5th, it is a tentative date. They kind of just broke it down on what we're doing, at week 17 that is, or something like that, on that schedule on page 2 of it, So,
I make the motion to
Go forward.
go forward with the water supply plan.
Second?
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That'll be good. Okay, now we'll have a discussion on the vacant city council member position. As you all know, I have, now less than 2 years left of my term, which I gave up to take over the job of mayor. I've talked to numerous people. So far, we have 2 people who are interested. Amanda Wilkin, she took 3rd place in the voting for the city council positions. And we have Gary Swanson, who said he would be interested also in serving on it. If there's anybody else here that would like to be on the committee, we'd like to hear from you. What we're doing is we're looking for somebody to take over my position. We don't have to do it tonight. And that's why I'd like to let everybody here know if you know of somebody or if you yourself want to get on this council and take over my position, to please let one of us council members or Sarah at City Hall, let them know so we will go over any reports we get through the month of January. And then I do not plan until maybe the first meeting in February, when we would have, by then we would have, the council could have it down to just 2 or 3 people, and we'll discuss it and vote on it at our February meeting. I don't know if anybody in the council has any opinions on this, or?
I do. I am in favor of having Amanda take the position because she went through the process. I think not only this particular election, but future elections, that we shouldn't be choosing from, just choosing somebody from the community. I think that the person that's going to be on the council should have to have gone through the forum and gone through the whole process. And we have two out of, we have actually 4 additional candidates that ran this time that didn't get the position. So I think we have a nice group of people that we can choose from. And I think Amanda is more than qualified for the position. She's also on the safety committee. You on the planning? And the planning committee, so she has a lot of knowledge about what's going on in town. She knows, she's worked with a number of the people already, and I think that she would be a good fit. She's a good representative of the younger generation and female population, and so that is my voice.
Well, can I say something? I'm going for Gary Swanson because he's had prior college, he's been a council member before, he's been a businessman employee for over 45 years. And he's sort of retired, he doesn't do a lot right now, but I mean, I think he would make a good choice because he's got the experience and he knows what's happened, what's going on in Foley, more so than a lot of people know. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I would like to see it stay open for a little longer, to have people at least put in application. It'd be nice to hear from the people that ran in the election to see if they're interested in running it. And make a decision after that. Keep it open for a couple weeks and let the people, if they would like to come forward. And after that time, then the council can make a decision on it.
We'd have to get a notice in the paper and on Facebook and all that. That could take a little while.
And we have qualified people who have already ran for the position. And anyone else who is interested in it could have already stepped up on them. I don't,
If they knew about it.
well, if they're involved in the city, then they know about it, and
Well, the decision doesn't have to be made tonight.
it doesn't have to be made tonight, but I think not only in this, for us, as this council, but for future, we need to set up some type of guidelines as to how it's gonna be handled, because I don't think, you know, we should just be able to choose willy-nilly from the general public who's gonna participate, especially when you have 4 other candidates who ran. I mean, if you only had 1, maybe 2, then I could see that, but you've got, you know, 4 of the candidates who ran. They went through the process, you know, they went to the forum, they answered the questions, you know, and to just appoint somebody who isn't part of that process, I just don't think it's fair. So, and again, I think that is more than qualified, more than qualified.
Any discussion? Like I said, I think we will paper if anybody. I don't wanna go through that either. What I would like is just the people that are here, if anybody here is interested, we will be having, as soon as this little discussion is done, we'll be having open forum, so I just want to let everybody that's here know, if you're here interested in the job, please during the open forum, which we will open up right now, because I think we are gonna postpone appointing a council member to take my position till the February meeting. So that vacant council position, we'll just wait until then. If you know of anybody, like I said, that would be interested, let us know. And now we'd like to move on to open forum. If anybody would like to have anything to say, please come up to the podium here. State your name and address. Try to keep it within 2 to 3 minutes if you can. Is there anybody that would like to say anything?
Hello everyone, Amanda Wilson, 250 3rd Avenue in Foley. Just wanted to thank Chris for recommending me, and I would like everybody on the council to know that I am still more than happy and willing to do the job if I am so appointed. So thank you for your consideration.
Is there anybody else that wishes to say anything?
Has Gary been approached?
Yes. He has said he would be interested in it. We'll move on to department reports. Police Department, Katie.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, in front of you this evening, I put the summary report for the month of December. As you can see, in the month of December, we've had 238 calls. That compared to last year, the total number last year was 2,872, and compared to 2015, that's 97 calls less. I'm looking at the calls, medicals, and speed enforcement were up. And you can see for the city ordinances, there were 33 of them. The majority of those were the sidewalks unshoveled, that enforcement that we did that right before Christmas there. So far this month, we have had 20 calls, and it's only day number 3. So we've been busy. And just another little quick note, February 2nd, the police department is hosting, it's a 2-hour thing from 4 until 6 p.m. It's a day with the police. It was in the community education book that went out. It's for all ages in the school to come. Even I encourage all council members to come too and see. It's for kids to come and they will see the squad cars, and our office area, and then I'm planning on some activities to do depending on the age group that I get.
What was the time on that again, Katie?
From 4 until 6. That is all I have.
City Attorney Adam Ripple.
I don't think I have much for you. I know, in case there are some new elected official guys, I think a couple of you have had those previously. Happy to take any questions that you have, take your new positions here. Other than that, I don't have anything else right now.
City Engineer John Halter.
You know, I don't know that I, excuse me, have an update beyond what was on the council agenda. We'll be working on that water supply plan as you approved, and working with Sarah on that TAP application. Other than that, I don't have any specific updates. If there's any questions for me.
Public Works, Mark Pathos.
Mayor. A little bit on the SCA side. The I&I, we've been working with quite a few people between Sarah, John, Kirby, and everybody, trying to, a lot of these small ones getting wrapped up. They're gonna be in town tomorrow doing follow-up appointments, I believe. They're gonna start Wednesday, Monday, to get these off the list. So, SCH is working on that. Anything else question on that? If anybody, we try to get the word out to people. If you have an issue, call in, and if it's minor, I'll take care of it. If it's a camera issue, SCH will take care of it. Warming house, rinks, the skating rink is open. Ice is, with this weather, up, down, rain. So, we're trying, we'll flood it again tomorrow probably. But, we do have people out there skating and sliding hills open, so, make sure you let people know that's open until 10 o'clock every night. Other than that, don't have anything on the maintenance of vehicles yet, to the yearly maintenance, and I is a big thing, year end report. So, anything else for public works?
Administration, Sarah Brown.
I do have a couple things. First, just a quick update on the planning commission. They will be meeting next week on Monday. We did receive an application for rezoning from Foley Lumber. So we will be looking at that and making a recommendation to City Council for that application. And that is a application that will require a public hearing. So there will be a process moving forward through the City Council in the next few weeks. They'll also be looking at chickens, continuing discussion on tiny houses, and we anticipate an application coming through on a telecommunication tower in the near future. Second item, I was working with the city attorney, and we have decided to schedule a council training in the near future as soon as we appoint the fifth member. Just something to give you some overview on city government, how things work, especially for the new members. It's very helpful. We'll get a date on the calendar for that, hopefully in February or March once we have a decision on the new member. But the city attorney has agreed to do that for us at no charge to help with that as well. So that's a great thing for us to go through. Also, the Business Expo, that's scheduled for February 4th at the high school. The city is going to have a booth. I do like to see the council, if they can, stop in, or at least maybe man the booth for a short period of time. That'll be from 9 to 12:30. So if you want to check your calendars and let me know if you have some availability, I'll probably send an email out and get in touch with you. But it's a really good idea just to, if you have some time to sit there. We'll prepare a bunch of materials and such, working with the other departments of the city. But it's good to see the faces. A lot of times the public appreciates that. And then the last item, just looking for some direction on employee reviews. If you'd like to see those come forward in the next meeting or in February. We do typically, I know we've done some reviews on some of the employees, but we try to get some scheduled at least once per year. So I guess I'm asking, how do you want to handle the department heads? My review would be Chief McMillan and Mark Hopkins. Would you like to see those come forward? Would you like me to conduct their reviews and then bring it forward? How would you like me to handle that?
I'm good with having you review and bring them forward.
Okay.
I think we need to get started on them.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, so we got stuff coming up.
And then, would you like to do a review for me at that point, or would you like to wait till 6-month period? What's your preference on that?
I think I would just assume wait 6 months, give you time to,
To prove myself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll get those scheduled then. That's all I have for tonight.
Okay, is there any old business?
I just have a question for Adam. Is this training gonna be, every year going forward then for the council?
That's up to you. Sarah and I were kind of talking about, not so much decorum issues that we've dealt with previously, but, kind of that new elected official guide, kind of open meeting law, refresher, explanation, data practices, kind of council roles, interaction with employees, that kind of thing. But I'm happy to take that whatever direction council can find most helpful.
Well, what type of action can we take to make sure that that is a mandatory thing every year? Because I know when Gerard and I came in, it was not, mandatory.
You can
I
provide
think
that.
it's important for it to be mandatory for new members coming in so that they have better direction as to how the meetings run and, you know, how everything.
I think you can certainly give staff direction, to that effect, and I'm sure that that's an agenda item, at the beginning of every term. Not really a way to bind the hand of the future councils, but, certainly if you set that as kind of a practice, it would continue until the council says otherwise.
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
Okay, any old business? Any new business? We have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I second.
All in favor?